I've always loved pictures, hated being in them, but loved looking at and taking them. Growing up, there wasn't many pictures taken. We loved to take them, but we didn't have much time. The first camera I ever held was my dad's. I don't know when he got it or how old it is, but I do remember running around with my brothers giggling as we snapped pictures of everything we could find. To this day, my favorite thing to photograph are animals and landscapes. I also love pictures of my family. They're an amazing way to preserve memories. I shot this picture because I love the way white rabbits look in photos. To get the shot, I put my rabbit, Albus, in a small pen and put the camera on the floor in front of him. I chose to do this because Albus is so close to the ground that all other angles make him look far too small. I feel this represents how something so small can feel so big. I chose to include this photo because it is one of the best close-up photos I have taken. I love taking pictures of my dog, Calliope. I used a low offset angle because when I take pictures of her straight on or from above, all you can see is her head. This photo represents the feeling of importance many place on their animals. I chose to include this photo because it is one of the most elegant photos I have taken. Taking pictures of my cat Hades is always hard because he's always on the move, so I always look for my chance to snap a shot. To get this shot, I sat above Hades on the stairs and called his name. I chose to shoot Hades from the side because straight on he looks more intimidating than he is. I feel the photo represents the lazy, sweet attitude Hades has. Most of my photos of Hades are blurry and dark. This one is one of the few shots that shows Hades in a full light sitting still, and I'm proud of it. I shot this image because my mom's cat Cameo is always hiding, so I take every chance I can get to snap a picture. I shot this by lining up with her head with the overhead light on. I chose to do this because Cameo is a very confident cat and could stare down death. I feel this photo represents Cameo's ability to lock eyes and hold your attention. I chose to include this image because I feel it is one of the best photos I have taken. This photo was taken over the summer, so I don't remember exactly how it was taken. This photo represents the Taib family. I chose to include this image because it is one of the best lit images I have. This was taken to mess with my dad. I used the zoom on my camera to shoot it from across the room. I chose to zoom in because having a wider image made the photo look off-center and awkward. This photo represents the fun my dad and I have together. I chose to include this image because it is one of the best shots I have taken from a long distance. This photo was taken just after my brother got home after being away for 2 years. I used the bright lighting of the room and had my brother smile. I used these techniques to create a bright, happy feeling. The feeling this photo represents is I feel this photo represents the joy of coming home. I chose to include this photo because it was one of the first pictures I took on my camera, and I like the feelings it creates. This picture was taken, I believe, last Christmas. I don't remember how I took this picture. I feel this picture represents the fun and joy felt when with loved ones. I chose to include this image because the composition of it is well balanced. I took this picture while experimenting with my camera. I used zoom on one angle to create the feeling of being zoom and a low angle to create the feeling of being hunted. I feel this photo represents the fear most people feel when faced with a creepy crawly. I chose to include this image because I believe it is one of the best ways I have used angles.